What's going on with all my money motivated stars? That's gonna be a real important video. I had to stop the recording I previously just did because I didn't want y'all to know what side I was gonna take on this video. I wanted y'all to actually watch the video that I'm gonna show y'all. It's about David Banner and him talking about his eating habits. You know what I'm saying? I think I went a little too deep on my intro trying to prepare for this video, so I just stopped it because I was like, I don't want nobody to know. When I show y'all videos, I don't want y'all to know where I stand on certain videos or topics until y'all watch the video, because I don't want to. Like I said, I can put preconceived thoughts in your head just off me doing my intro and talking about a little bit of the video, then showing y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'd rather show y'all the video instead of just going into the depth about it, because I like people who watch my channel to have their own thoughts about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't want to persuade nobody. But a lot of y'all who watch my videos, when y'all watch certain videos, y'all already know where I'm going to stand as soon as y'all watch the video. But like I said, some people come to my channel and it's new, you know, and I just want to give people their own thought patterns, get their own thought process. Because a lot of people, unbeknownst to them, because some people, when they making content, they know what they doing. They're pressing their thoughts on other people. You know what I mean? So people can side with them from the jump. But some people don't even know. You know, once you get into a video and you start talking about, if you give a certain energy to a topic, you know what I mean, from the intro, and you just start talking, people are going to be more sided with the person that they view and that they get along with, or either take their points 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I be fair. You know, I want y'all to have your own thoughts about this stuff. Then I'm gonna come with the video. You know what I mean? And even if you have to watch the video, then pause it before I start talking and just like let me try to see how I really feel about this video before I hear his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you always can pause the video after the video play and you see me pop back up and explain my explanation on what I feel about the video. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let y'all watch the video and then I'm gonna give y'all my point of view.
Erykah Badu is one of the people that I go to about she's one of the people that I trust. A lot of this stuff that I have up here, like the bladderwrack, the ashwagandha, that all came from sis. She taught me. One day she called me out of nowhere and was like, Banner, I have been like my preference is vegetarian and vegan. And she was like, bro, go get your blood checked. I talked to a dietitian one time. She said, I'm not nothing. She said, I know what my body reacts to the best. And she said, I listen to my body. She said, if I literally really crave, not being a fat ass, but if I literally crave something, she said, I eat it. And that's it. And might not ever eat it again. But if I truly crave it and feel like my body needs it, my body tells me, I listen to my body. But I went and did research and found out that I was O positive, the #1 meat eater. And so like, I hadn't ate steak, red meat consistently in like 20 years. And I started back eating, I only really eat fillets. So I eat steak, let my body build up, get strong, and then I do a fast. You gotta have relationships with your body. I always just tell people my preference is to be plant-based, but I eat what the I want to. Besides pork, I ain't gonna ever eat no pork.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm two-sided on this, and even like I said, it's strictly for off experience. I understand what Erykah Badu was saying. She was like, if she have a craving for something, she's just gonna go eat it. You feel what I'm saying? Like me, my reason to watch, I think she said that, is because I've been through the experience of having a craving and trying to build discipline. You feel what I'm saying? So I do know that you can drive yourself crazy just by having a craving and not acting on it as soon as you know what I mean, have that craving. Or you might not even act on it that day. It may be the next day that you act on it. You know what I mean? You prolong your thoughts on something that you want to do, and it stresses you out between that time period of the time you had the thought and the time that, you know what I mean, you act on the thought. You know what I'm saying? So I have stressed myself out in the past when it came to fasting that way, came to when it came to eating different things, you know what I'm saying? Or just going back to a relationship. Like when you're trying to build discipline, sometimes it ain't always the right solution to just go act on that, you know what I mean, that desire, or act on that particular craving, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm double sided, because like you gotta be careful really who you talking to and who you trying to get information from when you're trying to build discipline, you know what I mean? Because some people are unknowingly agents to themselves. So if they're an agent to themselves, they're going to be an agent to you. And what I mean by that is, like I said, you don't know if those cravings coming from an inside entity that don't want to see you thrive, you know what I mean? AKA parasites. Just like the movie The Faculty. In The Faculty, for this world to be taken over, it had to be spread. You feel what I'm saying? So people can become agents and make other people agents just by the spread of information. And a spread of information can also cause liberation. Like I said, due to what they did to me on YouTube, y'all can see that's true. I don't have to make those things up. So when it comes to people like Erykah Badu, like if David Banner was if I had a friend like David Banner, he was to ask me, man, I've been craving this, I've been craving it. I'm gonna tell him to hold out on it as long as he can, or don't try to vanquish the thought. You feel what I'm saying? But I do know how I get. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna tell him not to beat himself up about it, because, like I said, when you building discipline, the first thing, you're trying to help somebody build discipline. The first thing you shouldn't go to is, man, if I have a craving, I'm just gonna eat it. You know what I mean? Because that makes that person feel more comfortable, especially if you're a person that he looks up to, or you know what I mean, y'all have that connection where this person's word is near their law, or it's just a good perspective from, like, this person has more trust in this person. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna bend on their discipline so quickly because now they don't feel as bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I was trying to tell people, man, who can you trust? You feel what I'm saying? Because some people say, well, when they listen to their body, and he said that too. I listen to my body. If you listen to your body, you won't be so quick to take advice from something that's outside your body, which is this entity, Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's nothing wrong with the conversation that he had, but I just found it, interesting, a lot of things that he said. And then to move on to the part of him saying, I think she told him to go get his blood checked. So he went to go get his blood checked, and they told him he was blood type O. And it was like, they eat the most meat. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people gotta understand. This one thing I had, it was like a pet peeve of mine about the spiritual community or the conscious community. It's like we pick and choose to believe what truths we want to believe from them. And let me give an example. Okay, we believe that the government is spraying chemicals in the air, making us all dumber and shit, getting us sick, which I feel like it's true. I know it's true. We see it in the air. We choose to believe that they poisoning the food. You feel what I'm saying? Because they got the forever chemicals that Donald Trump just letting go through the door. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that leads us to believe that we are being poisoned and we are eating stuff that we don't know anything of. Foreign substances. But when it comes to what David Banner said, he went to the doctor and got his blood type, you know what I mean, blood type O, and they told him that he was the biggest meat eater. You know what I mean? They eat the most meat. So what makes you think that system of metrics is accurate? You feel what I'm saying? Why do we choose to believe certain things when the hospital has been proven to not be in our best interest? You feel what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of people be like, yeah, some of us do this, some of us do this. Yes, I believe some select few people are supposed to eat living organisms like meat and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I believe that when they go tell us certain things about our blood type or whatever, it's not going to be in our best interest. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they need to ask yourself, how did he feel when he was eating vegetarian? How did he feel when he was eating vegan? You feel what I'm saying? And then how he felt after he ate that steak. Because a lot of people in the conscious community, they say when I went vegan, I was feeling weak and all that, and the doctor told me start back eating meat. And when I started back eating meat, I felt good. Your body's gonna feel good after you giving it meat so many damn years. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna do what it's used to. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the energy from a lot of these sugars that you put on the meat, a lot of these seasons that you put on the meat. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff a lot of this meat is injected with chemicals to make you feel good. Like, this food is literally giving you a high. So a lot of these natural foods are not gonna give you that high. Your body has to readjust. You feel what I'm saying? And be used to not being so drugged up. Those people gotta understand, a lot of people don't go through the waiting period that long. Some people say, well, I was vegan 2 years, I was vegan a year. What kind of vegan was you, man? Because a lot of people just consider them vegan as not eating meat. Was you still eating fucking Oreos? Was you still eating a load of potato chips? You know what I'm saying? Baked potatoes. Was you full of starch? Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't say what kind of vegan they was. They don't say they was eating greens and mainly fruits and vegetables. They don't say that. You just cut meat out your motherfucking diet. You still, you know what I'm saying? Some people probably still eating dairy because a lot of people don't be really educated when they jump into their lifestyle. So they probably still think they motherfucking vegan just because they still drinking milk and shit, eating cereal and shit. A lot of this stuff still has meat products in it, and a lot of them come from animals. Like, a lot of people don't educate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they say they was feeling sick and unhealthy on the vegan diet. You know what I mean? Because when you eating meat can actually save you when you eating poorly. You feel what I'm saying? Because it does have some so-called protein or some nutrients within that meat due to the meat that you eating some protein or whatever. You know what I mean? So when you put that back in your diet, you're gonna start feeling better. But a lot of people they had what I call the death of vegan diet. So they feel so horrible because they don't want to give up all the snacks and the ice cream. Them motherfuckers still eating ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to be judgmental out there, but I'm just talking about people who think that they're eating healthy when they become vegan. Just because you stop eating meat, that does not make you a healthy person. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people when you're trying to erase the what they call it, the American diet, you have to get rid of all this stuff and start from scratch. You feel what I'm saying? And even when it comes to that, a lot of people still got to detox before they get into that. A lot of the fruits and vegetables will help you detox, but fasting plays a part in it. You know what I mean? A lot of people got stuff stuck in their gut that makes them have blockage that won't allow them to absorb nutrients and a lot of different things. It's a lot of stuff that comes into play with this, but I'm trying to stay on topic. You know what I mean? But when it comes to people like Erykah Badu, like I said, it could be a lot of people out here who have friends like that. You know what I mean? You just don't want your friend to suffer spiritually or mentally about, you know what I'm saying, thinking about eating something. But sometimes you gotta realize, man, I may eat like this, but this person probably needs more discipline than me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna just say, just go and eat it. You know what I mean? Just go and eat it. Because you gotta realize the parasites in this person who don't know they being controlled is telling this other human vessel to do this. You feel what I'm saying? So that's, like I said, that's how the world has been taken over. People become agents. The fact that you don't know your vessel is taking over and you're still conscious and you're doing a lot of right decisions, this what's coming out your mouth, you think it's your thought. You know what I mean? But it's this parasite communicating with this other parasite. You feel what I'm saying? Well, communicating with this other human body that also has parasites in it. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna say whatever to keep their kind thriving. You feel what I'm saying? I had to crack my neck, my bad. But that's what they gonna say. That's what you would do. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody, I'm gonna end it right here. Somebody came in your house and they was finna chop your somebody head off in your house. You know, a family member that you cool with. And in so-called, in a different universe, this assailant came in and asked, do you want me to cut your family member head off? What you gonna do? You gonna try to convince them or say no? You know what I mean? You're not gonna allow them to do that in front of your face. You know what I mean? So you're gonna try to save your family member, right? So that's what these parasites do when they in other vessels. They know that they have other family members inside your vessel or this person's vessel, so they're gonna say, "You eat it. No, you go right ahead." You You feel what I'm saying? They preserving their family tree. That's how it goes in the jungle. That's how it goes human nature. People just think that they run in their body, and you got to be careful who you listening to on this journey. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, don't stress yourself out thinking about an urge or whatever, but don't let it go unnoticed that you may have some entities inside your body that may be trying to infiltrate. And sometimes it ain't always good to get advice from other people, you know what I mean, who are not very, very strict in their diet or don't follow a certain routine and like, no, I don't eat this. It don't matter what the circumstances. Just like how he said he'll never eat pork again. That's how you should be feeling about that craving you having, about that steak. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't having that pork because you feel like it's the lowest of the lowest. Now, what if you felt that same way about that steak that you felt about that pork? You'll be saying, I'll never eat steak, but you'll be frying you some damn pork. You know what I'm saying? People don't think like that. So you got to stop all that shit that you know that's not good for your body. And if you know it's poisonous for your body and you still want to eat it, that's when you eat it. You feel what I'm saying? Just because you want to. Don't eat it because you think that this craving and your body wants this. Then you fooling yourself because every time your body want this, you're going to go get it. But if you know sometimes your mind want this and you just want to have fun, you're going to be more in control of when you have those relapses. You feel what I'm saying? Another example, because I know I probably lost people there. When your body's craving sex, that don't mean you get up and go have sex every fucking time, because your body can be craving sex every day. It's like when your mind wants it and you waking up like, yeah, I feel like I want to indulge in sexual activity today. You'll have more control over going to do that and picking a proper spouse or picking a proper person to do that with. When your body's aching, earning for that, you down there have sex with anybody. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the message I'm trying to relate, man. People are letting their bodies control them because, like I said, they're not in control of their bodies. A foreign species has taken over the body, and you feel like you're in a piece of your consciousness and you feel like that's you. You know what I mean? Only have cheat days when you want to have them, not when you having urges. And that's where the discipline come in, when you having urges. You know what I mean? And you go act on your urges. No. Act on what you want to act on. You be in control. Your mind should be in control of your body, not the other way around. Your body should not be in control of your mind. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say in this video, man. Y'all make sure I hit the like button. I know it's kind of long, but I just had to get all that out. Nah, it is what it is. Y'all be blessed and walk in that smoke.